Let's see this question from JEE Advanced 2014. A is given to you is a real number and f is a function from real number to real number. So this function is given to you is a fifth degree polynomial. So what do we know about fifth degree polynomial? That it can have at most 5 real roots. And what are the options looking for? Like how many real roots they have, how do they depend on the value of a? So what do we do is we go about this because fifth degree polynomial, and even when we don't know a, it is difficult for us to draw or to see like how will it look like. So the very first thing we are going to do is we are going to look for the derivative of f. So f prime of x is 5x power 4 minus 5. So a is gone, right? So now you can easily figure out like how many zeros does this have. Okay, so let's simplify this a little bit more. You have x to the power 4 minus 1, and of course now it's very simple to factorize it up, x squared minus 1 and x squared plus 1. So how many zeros does this have? This is never 0, right? This guy is never 0. So this is 0. Then you get x value to be plus and minus 1. Those are the roots of f prime x. What does it mean if I get the root of f prime x is plus and minus 1? That means at plus 1 and minus 1, this is a plus 1 and this is a minus 1, you get the derivative to be 0. Okay, so maybe it is looking something like this. Okay, so something like this and something like that. Okay, it's looking like that. So that means to say that my function can have at most 3 zeros, right? It can have one more zero than how many you have with the derivative. So from here you can conclude that f of x can have at most 3 zeros. Let's see. Okay, so here at negative 1. Okay, one thing is also for sure that since it's a fifth degree polynomial, when negative infinity, it will go to negative infinity. When x is negative infinity, the function will go to negative infinity. And when x is positive, so it is going to look like that. Okay. Now here, can you see that conveniently I already have 3 zeros? So what's happening here? It's happening that at f of minus 1 the function is positive, and at f of 1 the function is negative. Can you see that? Function is positive here and here function is having a negative value. That's the reason you are having 3 zeros. What not if? Okay, draw it and see. Like if it is not like that, suppose my f is positive here but it's going like that. Okay, this can also happen. In that case you have only 1 0. So what is happening? At negative 1 your function value is positive, but at positive 1 is also it is positive, right? If both are positive, then you have only 1 0. Okay, and similar is the case if you have something like this. Let's say something, okay, it's not okay, let me make it like that. Okay, so now you see at what is happening at negative 1 function value is negative, and here also it is negative. If both are negative, still we are having only 1 0, right? So it is imperative that you have this to be positive and this to be negative to get 3 zeros. Okay, so let's have it here. Then what is f of minus 1? Just plug in the value f of minus 1. You get minus 1 to the power 5, that's minus 1. Then you get plus 5 because 5 into minus 1, and then plus a. You want it to be positive. And what do you get from here? That a is greater than negative 4. And what do you get from here? F of 1. Okay, that is 1 to the power 5, then 5 times 1. Okay, and you want this to be lesser than 0. That means you want a to be lesser than 4. So combinedly, what is this? That a is greater than negative 4, like this here, and lesser than 4. So a can be here to get 3 zeros. Okay, so what do you have then? This last option, you see that f of x has 3 roots if a lies between here and here. Now let's check other options as well. Now if either of them are not followed, suppose a is greater than minus 4, okay, but a is also greater than 4, that would mean combinedly what does it say? That if a is greater than 4, then you have one root. Okay, so B option is also correct. Fx has only one root if a is greater than 4. Okay, let's check the other one. Suppose a is less than negative 4 and this is followed. Okay, a is also less than 4. That would mean combinedly that a is less than negative 4. So if a is less than negative 4, still you have only one root. Okay, so but this doesn't say anything. Okay, so you have only two options to be correct, B and D. Okay, I will see you with the next question.